You ever pick up a comic book that looks pretty interesting? Like maybe your favorite hero is doing something really spectacular, like running really fast or punching some guy in the face really fucking hard, or maybe they're wearing somebody else's face entirely. And then you open up the comic book and the panels make you want to throw up inside and never touch the pages again because they look so gross. Well, this happened to me when I read the Joker's Daughter storyline, where in the very opening of the comic book we see a very young girl in the Gotham sewers stumbling upon Joker's cut off face. Now, normally people would not pick this mask up or even go near it, but what does this young girl do? This young girl eats Joker's face like a fucking Little Caesar's pizza, just munching on rotten flesh. And the reason she eats Joker's face is to actually size up the Joker's rotten, fleshy face to her regular face. And believe me, I almost didn't continue reading after this point because I was just so genuinely fucking disgusted. But after this point, the Joker's daughter starts to believe that the Joker is the god of death, and Joker chose this girl to be his prophet. It's almost like she thinks she's Kira and Joker's a Shinigami. But now that I think of it, they do kind of look similar. And beyond this point, she starts referring to herself as the Joker's daughter, and even goes on a quest to find him and carry out his will, thinking that on some weird level, the Joker is her father. So the Joker's daughter steals a school bus and sets it on fire for the cops to find, leaving a note written "Miss Me," so that when Batman reads it, he will go to the last place Joker ever was without knowing that he'd be leading the Joker's daughter there as well. As Batman would find himself at the very ravine Joker jumped from, with the Joker's daughter planning to attack Batman by surprise. But it doesn't go in her favor at all, with Batman taking her down instantly, with Batman even choosing to leave the Joker's face with the girl so the face could rot away and maybe snap the girl out of this weird obsession. Batman then leads her to an unfamiliar tunnel where she'd end up being ambushed by several GCPD officers, with Batman even letting the officers handle it because Batman didn't deem her a huge threat. However, this inadvertently inspired her to work harder to prove that she was a real supervillain, as she'd almost murdered the cops trying to take her to Arkham Asylum, but couldn't actually bring herself to murder them, instead just maiming them, as she then walked herself to Arkham as she viewed it as her father's kingdom. And at Arkham Asylum, she would run into orderlies trying to find her father, and would even land her first kill on one of them after he supposedly disrespected her god and father. But after finding no answers to where her father was, she'd then leave Arkham to find the man who cut off her father's face, the Dollmaker, in hopes to get answers from him. But sadly, the Dollmaker had no answers and instead tried to make her leave as she smelled absolutely foul. But she would threaten to kill the Dollmaker's children if she didn't at least sew the Joker's face onto her head. So the Dollmaker did just that, sewing his face on top of her scarred, pus-ridden face, making the Joker's face her own. But the Joker's daughter still needed something else to be a part of the Joker, so the Dollmaker supplied her with the Joker's blood he'd saved after cutting off his face, as she'd soon inject his blood into her blood, feeling her father and God become one with her, finally truly feeling like his daughter. She then went to the outskirts of Gotham, performing a kind of ritual in an abandoned house to get the Joker's attention, curling up in the center, until she'd later wake to a cat nudging at her with a note on its neck reading, "Hello, beautiful." Laughing in happiness, she'd finally received acknowledgement from her father, and would make it her sole goal in life to be his worthy heir in Gotham, wreaking havoc and spreading evil all over Gotham, because she is the Joker's daughter. Ending the story. I hope you guys like this pretty disgusting story, and I want to know what you guys would like me to cover next. But anyways, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.